All right, welcome back everybody to Operation Tirpitz. It is January 1943. Just a couple of quick housekeeping items real fast. So start with Germany. The two Strat bombers that carpet bombed Gotaland never landed, and they weren't to be in Western Germany. And two German infantry that moved into Transjordan want to actually stay in Syria. And then for the USSR, there's a little confusion about this rail being damaged. So the rules are that whenever you strategic bomb a rail border, it damages all railroads on that border. So even though I'm not even sure that there's technically two rails on this border at the moment, I think this might be a design choice just to make the word or board artistic choice there. Anyway, point being, these rails are damaged, however many might be on this border, which means that the miner factory that was railed from Orelkursk to Moscow couldn't actually rail there, because there is no way to rail into either of these two territories because there's no river or railroad there. Southern Belarusia was German at the start of the Soviet turn. There was no rail into Smolensk, and then this railroad was bordered. So instead, Spitfire has elected to scorched earth this factory and delete it. And instead of using his two strategic rail movements in the USSR on that movement, he has instead elected two of the infantry that actually, never mind, I just realized that he can't rail those from there because they have to stop due to the rail gauge. So no change. There might be changes to his rail movements that I don't know about. I will have to get back with him, but we'll get that sorted out before the German turn. It won't affect the Japanese turn. His intention was to rail two infantry that walked from Podlakia into northern Belarusia into Moscow, or into Smolensk rather, one of the two, can't remember. But I just realized that this rail gauge change happened, so they would have to have stopped in Latvia if they wanted to rail. So there's potentially two Soviet rail movements. The other Soviet non-combat or housekeeping item is that one of the infantry that was in southern Norway is non-combat walking into Gotaland. Alright, I think that has got all of our housekeeping finished. So we will now jump into the Japanese turn. Japan rolled for improved construction and large ship construction for tech, and finally got a hit on improved construction and has finally completed its first tech on turn 14. So Japan is very happy to finally have that finished. And we did miss on large ship construction, but who cares, because we finally completed the tech, and we're going to make immediate use of that with our buys. So since we have improved construction, almost everything that we're buying comes at a discount. So we're placing one railroad in a jungle territory. So that would be 4, but is actually 3. We're finishing the major shipyard that was under construction in Tokyo for 4. We're finishing the light carrier Japan had on the build chart for 3. We are building a marine for 4. We're building 6 destroyers for 6 each, which is 36, which is exactly half of what we have left, so we'll go down to 36. We're building 2 militia for 2 each. And we are building, we're starting construction on 3 heavy cruisers for 4 each, so that'll be 12 in total. And then I forgot to go ahead and put them on the chart, but the last $20 Japan will be spending on 2 fighters. to take us down to 0. For our combat movements, Japan will be walking. Everything that's in Singhai is going to attack and try to finish off the CCP and attack Sinking. The seaplane that is on Formosa is going to go on map in P50 to attack the British raiding sub, and it's going to be joined by a destroyer, one of the destroyers from P15. Now hopefully we kill that sub, but even if we don't, attacking it does cause it to submerge, which allows our transports to freely move about. And so the infantry and artillery that are on Mindanao gonna hop on transport, gonna move over into P62, and they are going to amphibiously assault Dutch New Guinea. They're going to be joined by the Marine that is in Anam Tonkin. Just going to hop on this transport, come down to P50, pick up the infantry from British Malaya, and then go 1, 2, or finish out. It's 1, 2, 3, and those are going to be joining the amphibious assault into Dutch New Guinea. Those are non-combat moves. I think that's actually all of the combat moves Japan has this turn. I think everything else is non-combat. So with that being said, we'll just hop right into, we'll do this sub attack first. So I'll have a seaplane at 3, a destroyer at 4, and the sub will get a defense roll since I'm using a ship at 3. So 3 for the sub, 3 for the seaplane, 3 or 4 for the destroyer. Alright, our destroyer hits, so that is excellent, and we kill the British sub. Next, we will just go ahead and do this amphibious assault on Dutch New Guinea. So Dutch New Guinea is a mountain territory, so we will have on round 1, 3 infantry attacking at 1 against a Anzac Airborne defending at 2. And we actually got a hit. Wow, okay. Well, that takes care of that. So the Anzac Airborne is dead. Dutch New Guinea returns to Japanese control. Japan will move up on the income chart, and Anzac will move down 1. Next, we will do the attack into Sinking. Now, Sinking is a mountain territory. It does have these deserts on its borders, but the straight line from Singhai into Xinjiang does not involve going through either of those deserts, so it will just be a mountain combat throughout the entire thing. And what that does is it basically, the only difference that does is that our mountain infantry will still be able to attack at 2 on round 1. So anyway, with that being said, the CCP will have a cavalry defending at 2 and infantry defending at 4, and Japan will have 6 infantry attacking at 1, 2 cavalry attacking at 2, and a mountain attacking at 2. So we'll add 3 more for those. We'll get our 3 2s, and we will get the defending 2 and the defending 4. Right, Japan scored 0 hits, and the CCP scored 0 hits. So round 1's a wash, and we'll go into round 2. And everybody misses once again. All right, round 3. And everybody misses. Round 4. Japan finally got a hit, so we will delete the defending cavalry, and we will go for round 5. this is that defending CCP infantry really is doing us a favor. I shouldn't have said anything. So the defending CCP infantry does finally get a hit, but Japan also gets a hit on it. And so outcome is that the Japanese will take Sinking with the loss of a single infantry. Oops, putting on a blindfold. Alright, that is the wrong thing to copy. Alright, I'm just pressing all the wrong keys. Alright, so the CCP does not surrender, so they are technically alive, I guess. They keep their money in the bank in case they ever get revived. But that takes care of the Japanese combat moves. Pretty successful. We love to see that. For the non-combat moves, everything that is in Baratia is going to non-combat move down into central Mongolia. They're going to be joined by the two medium, joined by one of the medium tanks in Western Manchuria. The other medium tank is going to strategic rail move all the way down into all the way down into Malaya, British Malaya. The transport that's in port, one of the two transports in port left in Luzon of Visayas is going to come 1-2 and go into port into Maharashtra. The Marine in Punjab is going to come down, and the medium tank is also going to move down into Maharashtra as well. The last transport in port in Luzon of Visayas is going to move up one, grab the Marine off Kwangtung, and move down into P50. It's going to drop off the Marine into British Malaya, and it's going to go into port in British Malaya. The seaplane is going to come off of map in P50 and return to let's see. I think I'm just going to return it to Formosa. Might change my mind on that, but probably not. So it's just going to go to Formosa. All of that is staying in there. You can just move this out of the way. Oh, there's not a roundel. Oh. Okay. Got all those. Got all this. Everything up here looks good. Japan is going to move both of the destroyers, remaining destroyers in P-15 into P-16, and they're going to join the remainder of the Japanese fleet. And I think that's got all of the non-combat moves finished as well. So I think Japan's just going to place its buys. Alright. Oh gosh, I just dropped it all. But it's also selected. Let's see if this makes it easy. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Alright, so both fighters are going into Tokyo. The major shipyard is completed and is no longer in construction, so there are now two major shipyards in Tokyo. The light carrier is being built in port in the, I don't guess it matters, but which of these two? One of the two shipyards in Kyushu. We'll just say it's this one. I guess it's actually Honshu, so that does matter. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it in port, build it and put it in port into the major shipyard that is in Honshu. The marine is being built in Tokyo. The railroad is being built on the border. I lost it. Where did it go? Where did that railroad go? Anyway, the railroad's being built on the border of Bengal and Burma. There it is. Right. It's being built on this border. That's giving me the rail path to rail things between here. One of the destroyers is being built at the minor shipyard in Calcutta. The other 5 are all being built in the major shipyard in Tokyo and are joining the fleet in P-16. And 1 militia is being built into Kwangtung, and the other militia is being built in British Malaya. And so that has got the Japanese turn, I think, completed. We will collect income. We were at 71 and 14 of wartime bonus income. So we will collect $85, and we will pass it over to Subscolian for the British, Commonwealth, and Free French turns.